Well, good afternoon. My name is Joe Montoya. That's Joemontoya. I am the Division Chief of Investigations for the Denver Police Department. I'm going to talk about the incident that occurred here at near East High School this afternoon. At 2:33 p.m. this afternoon, we received a call to dispatch on shots fired at the location that we're at over here at 17th and Esplanade. Officers, upon arrival, discovered that there was a young man in a car that had been struck by gunfire. Called for medical response, and the young man was transported with a very poor prognosis to the hospital. He has been identified. He is a juvenile, so I'm not going to give any specific information. We do know he was a student at East High School. The suspect car was a white Kia Sportage. It was located out in Northeast Denver by some officers. It was occupied. A brief pursuit ensued. The suspects were contacted without any kind of use of force involved. We have two suspects in custody right now that we're bringing down for questioning, and the car was impounded. Do not know any motives at this point. What led to this? Appears that they shot from a car into a car, and we don't know what led to that. No indication that there was any kind of altercation between the two cars previous to the shooting, so we just don't know at this point.
Can you talk about if the suspects were also juveniles?
I don't know that at this time.
Can you tell us if the suspects were students at East High School as well?
Don't know that. Do not know that yet.
And was that student who was shot, were they at school today?
I do not know if they were attending school today. We just were able to confirm that the individual is a student at East High School.
Was that suspect car at MLK in Elmira?
Yes.
Can you talk about how many shots were fired?
We don't know that. Multiple shots were fired. We're still trying to piece that together right now.
Were any sort of emergency notifications? Did they go out to neighbors or anything to stay inside?
They did a lockdown at the school, is all I'm aware of, when they got here. And I think mostly because they knew from some of the information we had that the car had left the scene.
How quickly were they able to find that car after this?
Oh boy, probably about 30 minutes ago. So what is it, about probably around 4:30ish, so probably about 2 hours after the fact.
Can you talk about how you were able to identify?
Just that we had good information that we put out to the officers, and fairly unique car, a white Kia Sportage. So we had officers scouring the northeast section of town because based on the direction of travel, we thought it might still be up in the area. And when they spotted it, went to stop it, and they took off on them. We had good indication it might be involved.
Do you know if they owned that car, or was that car stolen?
It's the indication it was stolen.
Did witnesses help you identify that car, or was there anybody else in the car with the juvenile?
We did have some witness assistance with that.
Can you just talk about juvenile violent crime and where it's at right now, especially in Denver?
Juvenile crime right now it's very high, and it's disturbing for everybody. And we really need the community and everybody to come together on this. We really need to find a way to disengage these young people from these violent tendencies. And it's a group. It's going to take everybody involved. I mean, we don't want to solve it by putting cuffs on people all the time. We'd rather not have to do that. We prefer to just start working on these issues at the root and maybe prevent them from happening in the future. But it's going to take a lot of work. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, and but right now it's just at an unacceptable level. It's very scary because you ruin the life of the person that gets struck by the gunfire, but also the young individuals that are involved in that. Their life is off track for many years to come.
Any details on the weapon?
Well, there's a lot of information. There's still many questions, of course, but sadly what we are hearing is that one person was taken to the hospital, described as in a poor prognosis.
Weapon recovered at the scene where the arrest was made. I don't have enough detail on that yet right now, but and we're not sure how many calibers were used at this location. It could have been one, it might have been more than one.
Do you know if the juvenile in the car fired any and if he was found with a weapon?
No indication of that right now.
He or she, did we identify?
Male. juvenile male.
Can you
Does
tell
this
us
have
how
anything, sorry, to do with Emily Griffith?
Pardon me?
The shooting that happened to Emily Griffith, does this have anything to do with that?
We're not finding any connection to that right now. Emily Griffith happened about 20 minutes later, about 2:55. Indication there is that there was a verbal altercation between two groups, and there was gunfire from, I think, more than one weapon at that location, and two individuals got shot. Not indicating the prognosis on either of those that that could potentially be fatal yet. We haven't heard.
Were those groups juveniles as well?
There were some juveniles involved in that and some adults as well.
do you
I-
know, oh, sorry.
One of the victims was an adult and one was a juvenile male.
In this shooting here, can you tell us how old that male was?
16 years old.
Can you tell any idea with how old the kids were involved, the juveniles at the other location?
I'm getting an indication that the juvenile that got struck by gunfire was 17. I don't know if there's any affiliation to the school down there or not yet on that one.
And they were out on foot or in cars?
I believe that one was out on foot. Yes.
Were any guns discovered at the scene of the other scene?
I'm not sure on that. We can update you on that. I'm not real familiar with that scene right now. So. Anything else? That's it. Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.